Hey friends, this is Eddie and I am really excited for this video because I'm announcing the books for season 2 of the Read Well Book Club. Now, when I talk about books, I spend way too long. I don't want this to be a 20-minute video, so I'm going to get straight to the point. First of all, I want to walk you through how to access the reading schedule so that if you want to join book club, you know how to do it, you'll understand the costs, and also what books you need to buy. Let's jump onto the website and check it out. So the first thing to do is to go to thereadwellpodcast.com, and then up in the navigation here, I've got Book Club. If you click on that, it's going to take you to all important information you're going to need. First of all, the location is online. We meet online, not in person. The time is always Tuesday evenings at 6:30 p.m. Mountain Standard Time, 8:30 p.m. Eastern Time. And then the membership fee, right now I charge $9 a month just to cover membership costs and software costs and all of the other crazy things that happen. If you're interested in joining, just click this button and it will take you to a place where you can do that. Now down below, I've got a quick reading calendar for you with quick links. So here are the dates and then the actual item that we'll be reading. So we still have, at the time of this filming, 2 selections to read from Book Club Season 1. Which are an essay by Michel de Montaigne called Of Friendship. And then that's being read on these dates. And then we're reading The Idiot by Fyodor Dostoevsky. So if you're interested in learning more about each selection, when you're on this calendar, you can click on it and it will take you quickly to that spot. So here's this book, and each selection will have a couple of pieces of information here for you. First of all, there is a button to take you back to that quick calendar so you don't have to scroll around. So if I click here, I go right back to the reading calendar, okay? Now I'm gonna return to this essay, and then it tells you the edition that we'll be reading in book club. So hopefully this will help you make sure you buy the right one. And then if you click get your copy here, this will take you to Amazon. I know I'm not a big fan of Amazon, but in terms of helping book club members get the right editions, this really is the best way to do it. And yes, it does help the book club a little bit if you purchase using this link. I have a reading pace that we are going to be following in club for each of the selections. Now this is a short essay. We'll have it read in a week. That's why there's only 2 pages a day, which is kind of weird. But most books will be 10 to 20 pages a day. These are the dates we'll be reading that selection. And then if you're interested in joining the meeting, you can come down here and see that this is Tuesday at, again, 8:30 Eastern. And you'll click here to join. I've given you a description of each item so that you kind of know what to expect in the books. So that's the website. Again, if I go up to the quick calendar here, you can see all of the books that we'll be reading. Now, I don't want to go too far into this because that would be spoilers. So let's get into book number 1 for season 2 of the Read Well Book Club. Okay, season 2 of the Read Well Book Club actually starts on June 25th, and this is the first selection we're going to be reading. It's Henry David Thoreau's essays. Now, we're not reading all of them. We're just reading one essay out of here called Walking, and it is an incredible essay about connecting with nature and finding your true purpose in life. And I've given you a link on the website to buy the copy of this full book. I've also given you a link to just access it for free online. There's a PDF that you can just view. Anytime there is an ability to get the text for free, I'll give you that link as well. So Walking by Henry David Thoreau. If you're the kind of person that wants to sort of calm down and just reconnect with life, this is a great essay. I really think you're going to like it. Now, the second book we're going to be reading is Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. And this edition in particular is the one that I prefer. It's Robin Waterfield's annotated edition. The reason why I like it is because Waterfield does a really good job at the bottom of each page explaining what's going on, giving you background information, and this copy is just beautiful. So if you've been thinking about reading this book, this is a really nice copy to have on your shelves. So that'll be the second book, Marcus Aurelius's Meditations. The third selection for book club this year, we're going to be reading in August, and that is going to be Walt Whitman's poem called Song of Myself. You can get that in his collection, Leaves of Grass. This is my favorite of his collections. It's considered the deathbed collection. Now, you don't have to buy this whole book, although, again, I've given you the link to do that. But I've also given you a free PDF version online that you can access if you don't want to buy this whole thing. But what a nice book. This is a really great edition to have. Song of Myself is all of, I think, 80 or 90 pages. It's a longer poem, so we're going to be analyzing that. And it is a great read because Whitman was just capable of describing beauty in the most dire of circumstances. So I really think this is a nice way to sort of wrap up our summer and sort of get into fall and just appreciate life. Okay, we're going to be reading Flow by Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi. I'm pretty sure that's how you say it. Flow is a phenomenal book. It's about doing work, but doing it in a way where you just zone in, get yourself focused, and really get some good work done. This book sold, I don't know how many copies, but tons and tons of copies, because I think people are really interested in trying to get rid of distracted work and get into work that matters. So let me look here. We'll be reading Flow in September of 2024. So now into October. This is my favorite book of all time. If you've been watching the channel, you'll know that my favorite novel ever written is Fyodor Dostoevsky's Crime and Punishment. So we'll be reading this from October 1st to October 29th. That means we'll get done right before Halloween, and what a cool book to read right before spooky season. So this book is just loaded with philosophy and psychology, and it's a really fun sort of character analysis. The main character here is Raskolnikov, and you're going to get to follow along with his choices and consider what you would do if you were in his shoes. So Crime and Punishment will be read in October. Now, it should be said, if you're on the website, you'll notice that every time we finish with a book, there is a week in between that I'm calling Recommendations Week. We still meet during those weeks, but we're not talking about specific books. That's actually a week off for reading. And instead, members of the book club talk about things that they're reading, give each other recommendations. It's really a chance to just make new friends and get connected with people. And if you are interested in joining the book club at any time throughout the year, those are often the best sessions to attend first, because again, we're not reading anything specific. You just get to say hi, you get to get a sense of the vibe of everything, so they work really well. Number 6 in the book club is going to be Corrie ten Boom's The Hiding Place. This is an autobiographical work about a young lady and her family who live in the Netherlands, and because of religious reasons, feel it is important to do all they can to save as many Jewish people as possible from the Nazi occupation. And in their building, they have this hidden room where they can hide people. Well, this is a story about them trying to accomplish that mission and ultimately getting caught. And so a lot of this book is spent in the Nazi concentration camps. It is just this incredible story, this narrative that will move you and change your life. I read it when I was in, I think, high school for the first time, and I was just blown away. So over the turn of the year, we're going to be reading Leo Tolstoy's Anna Karenina. Considered one of the greatest classical works of all time. This is a work of Russian literature where we are going to be tracking along with characters who are on their sort of ascent into goodness, and others who are just on their descent down into just the muck and mire of humanity. Just a great book. You'll feel all of the stuff with Anna Karenina, and it's a large book, right? And I think a lot of people feel overwhelmed by that, and so to read it with a book club is a really beautiful way to get additional insight and to keep up with it. Zen and the Art of Motorcycle Maintenance. So this book is it's got a philosophical lens, as do all of the books that we read at the Readable Book Club. You've probably heard of it, but maybe you haven't read it. It's the concept of a father and son taking a motorcycle trip across the United States, and it's based on the concept of quality with a capital Q. Quality being the idea that life is lived well when you can focus on quality. And the metaphor is maintaining the motorcycle along the way and really kind of learning to work for yourself, think for yourself, slow down, and be in the moment. So, beautiful book. All right. February to March, we're going to be reading Jane Eyre by Charlotte Bronte. Another big book, another classic. I know I stacked the big ones back to back, but it is what it is, and I really think this is going to be a good one. In fact, when I mentioned this as a potential candidate for book club, a lot of the members got really excited. Some of them have read it already and are really interested in reading it again, because it's one of those books that should be read at least once. So if you look at the thickness of this thing, it can be overwhelming, but it's not a hard book to read or follow. However, if you read it in a book club, it is just that much more valuable. And the last book for season 2 of the Read Well Book Club is one that I am just so interested in. This also came as a recommendation from a member of the book club. He suggested this and was kind of worried that maybe it was a little too big or a little too complicated, but we have read harder books than this, and I think we're all going to get a lot out of it. And it is Robert Sapolsky's Behave. Now, not a small book, right? But this, the subtitle says The Biology of Humans at Our Best and Our Worst. It's a scientific book, yes, but it's written quite accessibly, I think. I don't think it's going to scare us too much, but it really gives us an opportunity to look at why we do the things we do. And I like how he approached the book. It looks at that second right before you do something, and then the minute before, then the week before, and it talks about your sort of genes and your culture and the nature versus nurture conversation. It's going to really spark some good conversations in our book club. So that's it. That's season 2 of the Read Well Book Club. And if you're interested in joining, you really can join at any time. All you got to do is go to the readwellpodcast.com, click on the book club up in the top navigation, and then just click the big button that says join the book club. I hope to see you there. It's a fun and engaging community. So many friends have been made. And if you're looking for a group of people that like to talk about books with more of a philosophical lens, like to really dig into bigger, deeper themes, then this is the club, and we would love to see you there. Till next time, as always, remember to read slowly, take notes, and apply the ideas. Thanks for watching, everybody.